Who are the Abyssinians? The Abyssinians are a legendary group in the roots reggae scene. The vocal trio was originally formed in the early 1960s. They are best known for their deep spiritual messages and strong connections to the Rastafari movement, which is reflected in their music and lyrics. Their harmonies are a standout feature, and they played a significant role in popularizing the genre with songs like Satta Massagana, which became an anthem of sorts for the Rastafari movement. The group's music often emphasizes themes of unity, faith, and social justice. Their impact on reggae continues to be felt today. Satta Massagana is a pivotal song in the history of reggae, and its journey is an interesting one. Initially, it was rejected by Clement, Coxsone, Dodd, one of the most influential producers in Jamaican music, because he didn't think it would be commercially successful. The song's deep spiritual and cultural message, rooted in Rastafari beliefs, wasn't considered a mainstream sound at the time. However, the Abyssinians persisted, buying the master tapes from Dodd for just £90 and releasing the song independently. It turned out to be a major hit, not only in Jamaica but internationally, and became a classic anthem. The influence of Satta Massagana spread far beyond the initial release, with many artists covering it or creating their own versions. The Abyssinians followed it up with Declaration of Rights, another massive success that cemented their place in reggae history. Their use of Amharic in tracks like Why Mas Gone further solidified their connection to the Ethiopian roots of Rastafari, adding a unique linguistic and cultural layer to their music. Their music deeply tied to the Rastafari movement, and its teachings continues to inspire reggae musicians today. The Abyssinians were not just musicians, they were cultural icons, advocating for social and spiritual change through their powerful lyrics and melodies. The group had a fascinating trajectory throughout the 1970s, with their music evolving while they faced internal struggles. After their groundbreaking success with songs like Satta Massagana and Declaration of Rights, the group continued to record through the decade, collaborating with several prominent producers, such as Lloyd, Daley, Cowan, and Geoffrey Chung. Their 1976 album Forward Onto Zion was their debut, produced by Clive Hunt, and it carried their signature message of spirituality and Rastafari beliefs, drawing in both reggae fans and those interested in the group's unique cultural stance. However, by the time they recorded Arise in 1978, tensions were rising within the group. Internal rivalries made the recording process difficult, and it impacted their unity. The album, despite its powerful content, was made under stressful circumstances, and shortly after its release, founding member Leonard Jr. Collins left the band. Carlton Manning eventually replaced him, but the lineup that performed at the 1979 Reggae Sunsplash Festival was short-lived. The group split up in 1980, marking a difficult but significant chapter in their history. Though their time together as a band was not without its challenges, the Abyssinians' contributions to reggae and the Rastafari movement remains undeniable. Their influence continued to resonate with fans and other artists even after the group's dissolution. The legacy of their music, especially their commitment to spiritual and cultural themes, has had a lasting impact on reggae. The group had a fascinating post-breakup history, with both individual members and the group itself continuing to contribute to reggae music. After the original split, Donald Manning pursued a solo career in the early 1980s, recording under the name Donald Abyssinian. His brief solo venture reflected his continued passion for music and the roots reggae sound, even as the group was no longer active as a unit. Meanwhile, Bernard Collins kept the Abyssinians' legacy alive by forming his own version of the group in the late 1980s. This led to a situation where two versions of the Abyssinians existed for a time, with both versions performing and recording. This period of fragmentation, however, was followed by a major reunion in 1998 when the original members came back together. The reunion marked a return to the spotlight for the group, and they recorded new material, including the singles African Princess, Swing Low, and the album Reunion. However, during this time, Collins was not involved in the songwriting, which further separated the direction the band took compared to its original form. In 1999, Collins left again, but his musical journey continued under the name Bernard Collins and the Abyssinians, releasing an album that same year. Despite this, the Abyssinians continued to maintain their significant role in reggae music. The group's influence even extended beyond their own recordings. In 2002, the group were credited on the track called Slave Song from Satta's Lovers Live album, which prominently features a sample from the Abyssinians' song African Race. This inclusion in a major international album served as a testament to the lasting impact of their music and its cross-genre relevance, even long after their heyday. Their legacy is a mix of both musical brilliance and the challenges of maintaining a consistent group identity, yet they remain an iconic figure in reggae, particularly within the context of their Rastafari-inspired music.